Can you believe this? An innocent cow minding its own business, suddenly facing a monster straight out of a nightmare. We're talking about a giant scorpion, a colossal beast on a rampage deep in the wilderness, and its target is this poor, defenseless animal. This is one of the most intense rescue missions we've ever witnessed. Stick around, because you are not going to want to miss a single second of this heart-pounding encounter. It all started on a seemingly peaceful day. The sun was shining, birds were chirping, and this gentle cow was enjoying a quiet afternoon grazing in a meadow. But this tranquility was about to be shattered in the most terrifying way imaginable. Out of nowhere, the ground began to tremble. A monstrous shape emerged from the shadows of the forest, a creature of pure terror. It was a giant scorpion, its exoskeleton gleaming menacingly, its pincers massive enough to crush a car, and its eyes, cold and predatory, were locked onto the cow. The poor cow was frozen in fear, its big, innocent eyes wide with panic. It let out a desperate moo, a cry for help that echoed through the otherwise silent wilderness. The scorpion advanced, its movements surprisingly fast for its size. It raised its enormous tail, the stinger at the tip dripping with venom, poised to strike. The cow, paralyzed by terror, was completely trapped. It was a horrifying scene, a classic case of predator versus prey, but on a scale that defied belief. It seemed like all hope was lost. But just when the situation looked its bleakest, a new sound cut through the air. It wasn't the sound of nature. It was the roar of engines. Over the ridge, a team of highly skilled heroes appeared, racing towards the scene in their specialized all-terrain vehicles. This was the moment everything changed. They had heard the cow's distress call and were here to answer it. The rescue team didn't hesitate for a second. They saw the dire situation, the colossal scorpion closing in on its helpless victim, and they knew they had to act fast. The team leader, a veteran of countless dangerous missions, immediately started shouting orders. They deployed in a strategic formation surrounding the monstrous arachnid. This wasn't just a random act of bravery, it was a calculated plan. They knew they couldn't just charge in recklessly. This creature was a formidable opponent. Its claws could snap trees in half, and its stinger was a deadly weapon. They had to outsmart it, using their training and advanced equipment to turn the tide. One part of the team created a diversion, firing high-intensity flares to draw the scorpion's attention away from the cow. The beast, enraged by the bright lights and loud noises, turned its fury towards the rescue vehicles. It lashed out with its massive pincers, smashing one against the side of a reinforced truck, leaving a huge dent. The driver expertly swerved, narrowly avoiding a second, more powerful blow. The sheer power of this creature was unbelievable. While the scorpion was distracted, another unit moved in with a different kind of tool, a heavy-duty containment net launcher. Their goal was to immobilize the creature without causing it serious harm if possible. The first shot was fired, and a massive net flew through the air, but the scorpion was too quick. It sliced the net to ribbons with its sharp pincers before it could even land. This monster was not only strong, but also incredibly agile. The team had to adapt their strategy on the fly. The leader saw an opening. While the scorpion was busy tearing the net apart, he signaled for another team member to approach the cow. This hero, moving with incredible speed and stealth, managed to get close to the terrified animal. He spoke to it in a calm, reassuring voice, trying to break it out of its state of shock. Gently, he attached a rescue harness around the cow, preparing it for extraction. Meanwhile, the battle with the scorpion raged on. The team used everything they had. They deployed sonic emitters that blasted disorienting frequencies, causing the giant beast to recoil in confusion. They fired hypersure water cannons, hoping to push it back and create more space. The scorpion fought back with incredible ferocity, its tail whipping through the air, the stinger striking the ground with enough force to shatter rock. It was a true clash of titans, a modern-day myth playing out in front of our eyes. Finally, the team's persistence paid off. Combining the sonic blasts with a perfectly timed net launch, they managed to ensnare one of the scorpion's massive claws. It wasn't a complete capture, but it was enough. The beast was momentarily off balance, struggling to free itself. This was the window they needed. The hero with the cow gave the signal, and a heavy-lift chopper that had been waiting on standby swooped in. The cable was lowered, and with expert precision, the cow was hooked up and lifted into the air, away from the danger. The sight of the cow being airlifted to safety was a moment of pure triumph. The team on the ground let out a cheer, but their job wasn't over. They still had a very angry, partially trapped giant scorpion to deal with. They continued to use their non-lethal deterrence, slowly but surely, forcing the creature to retreat back into the deeper parts of the wilderness from which it came. They tracked it for a while to ensure it wasn't doubling back, before finally declaring the area secure. The cow was brought to a safe location, checked over by a vet, and was miraculously unharmed, just a little shaken up. Thanks to the quick thinking, bravery, and incredible teamwork of this heroic squad, an innocent life was saved from a truly monstrous threat. It's a powerful reminder that courage and cooperation can overcome even the most terrifying challenges. What an incredible rescue! Thanks for watching this unbelievable story unfold. If you are on the edge of your seat, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing rescue missions. We'll see you in the next one.